a guan?
What's a guan?
That's a guan.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan for what a guan?
For joining us for CVM News at Noon. It's Monday, May 18, 2026. I'm Amoy Harriet. We begin with an update on a developing story. The Police High Command has ordered the interdiction of a policeman following Sunday's fatal shooting in Granville, St. James. Preliminary CCTV evidence prompted the decisive action as the JCF stresses that any conduct outside the law or professional standards will not be tolerated. The force also says this case is under active investigation and reaffirms its commitment to accountability, transparency, and public trust. INDECOM and IPROB have also launched full investigations into the matter. Now to the incident that has ignited fierce criticism of law enforcement. Locals insist officers had no reason to open fire on the woman who died behind the wheel of her car. Nika Lewis reports.
As protesters in Granville planned to shift from the Granville Square to the Sam Sharp Square in St. James, another tragedy. The residents had been demanding justice for 2 weeks now, following a police fatal shooting of a teenager on Mother's Day. An ironic blow. A woman locals identified as Latoya Bulgin, also called Buju, was shot and killed in this black van in the driver's seat.
Get in driver's license and check your two man. Two argument. Then
That's not nice.
jump in a vehicle and shoot him, you know.
So she was actually sitting in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
They took her driver's license.
Yeah, man, check him out, man.
Look at it.
Yeah, man.
After which she was shot.
After it.
And you were right there when it happened.
See, so right.
Only last week, the St. James Police reported concerning levels of violence against women in the parish, citing growing number of female deaths under tragic circumstances. Locals fear this is enough to see residents departing from their usual support the police have been celebrating.
Not so much stand, you know. Police can kill people and come to solve whether they're right or wrong. We don't know what going on. Something must be done. There must be a process, a way of dealing with things. Criminal or no criminal, life's a life. A life is a life, brother. You can't take life as you feel like, and you give life. A woman, let you know what she do. She have a gun, what she do. It's in their process.
Last week was one, this week is the next one. Yeah, it's all full. It's a lady, brother. You can't kill a woman. Yeah, you can't kill a lady, brother. I don't know what happened, but you can't do that. You can handle it more better than that. Last week was one, and this week is the next one. So. People are more fed up. Can't take no more.
Member of Parliament Marlene Malahoo Ford, quick to the scene, says tensions are high in the space.
You're coming into a community like Granville on the heels of a fatal shooting by the police, where the wounds are still raw and the emotions are raw. You have to be very, very careful. Always we have to preserve life. You know, I make no apology. I stand on the side of the law. And so when the footage is accessed, I expect that action will be taken swiftly, because the citizen want to know that they can trust the system, and already the trust is very low. So I'm expecting.
Nika Lewis, CVM News.
And the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDECOM, explains it was notified of the incident and responded immediately amid the viral circulation of CCTV footage showing parts of the encounter. INDECOM notes the emergence of video evidence in cases involving law enforcement use of force highlights the growing importance of technology and independent visual documentation in policing oversight. According to the Commission, such footage can help investigators assess the actions of both police and civilians, including whether the use of force was necessary. INDECOM is also urging anyone who witnessed the incident, including persons who were traveling in Ms. Borgen's vehicle, to come forward with information or additional video evidence as investigations continue. Of course, CVM will be continuing to monitor this story. In the meantime, lobby group Jamaicans for Justice, JFJ, is again calling for the wider use of body-worn cameras by members of the security forces, saying such footage could have provided greater clarity into Sunday's fatal shooting in Granville. The group is also raising questions about the use of lethal force, arguing that video of the incident appears to suggest the police response may have been disproportionate. Executive Director of JFJ, Michael Jackson, has further expressed concern about how the scene was processed following the shooting. To other news now, a high-stakes meeting is now underway at the Transport Centre in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew at 10 o'clock this morning. Finance Minister of Finance and the Public Service Minister Favour Williams and Transport Minister Darrell Vaz shared plans to sit with transport operator groups and the Transport Authority. Operators are pressing for a long-awaited fare increase, citing surging global fuel prices now hitting Jamaica. Minister Vaz says government is sensitive to commuters' struggles, but also mindful of operators' burdens, urging calm as officials work toward a balanced situation. We'll have the latest in CVM News at 7. Still in the corporate area, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, continued its drive to remove illegal billboards across the corporate area on Sunday, this time targeting plazas in Halfway Tree. This follows the heated debate of the Rude Boy billboard that was erected and had to be removed in Rockford, Eastern Kingston recently. Chief Executive Officer of the KSAMC, Robert Hill, says the municipality has seen an increase in compliance, but regretted that KSAMC will continue to write to delinquent business operators, urging them to settle their outstanding arrears.
A bit disappointed that we still have to be doing this, but we have our duties to do. The law requires of us to carry out these duties, and we have to do it. Yes, we'd want a greater level of compliance and a greater level of recognition of why we're doing this, but it is necessary. Remember that between January 1st to March 31st of this year, we went into a full public education process, entreating and inviting business owners and persons responsible for signage to come in and make themselves compliant, and that went well. And of course, come the 1st of April, we had gone into enforcement mode. Now it's the middle of May, and we're still doing this.
The handling of Hurricane Melissa relief funds is again under political scrutiny. The opposition leader is among the latest raising concerns after reviewing the Auditor General's report. Kevin Black explains.
Leader and the PNP president, Mark Golding, is accusing the government of mismanaging Hurricane Melissa relief funds following the latest Auditor General report. Golding says the report shows billions in donations were received for disaster relief, but only a small fraction had been spent months after the hurricane.
So when I read this report saying that as at February 23rd, 2026, 5 months after the hurricane hit, ODPEM, which is the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, received a total of $1.44 billion in cash, and they had only used 26 million Jamaican dollars, less than 2%, to spend on the people who are suffering. That is an act of gross dereliction of duty of the government.
He says many communities in hard-hit parishes are still struggling, despite the level of assistance announced by the government.
The government roof initiative giving relatively small sums for people who have suffered major losses, and this money could have helped it go further. It's a disgrace. I think if there's anything that would make people angry in this country, knowing how much hardship the people who experience the brunt of Melissa have gone through, it is this.
Golding also questioned the management of the disaster response system and referenced changes made to the ODPEM after the hurricane.
The Prime Minister took ODPEM, which is supposed to be an independent disaster preparedness organization, set up under some strong legislation. I know it because it was passed when I was Minister of Justice. And he took it, put it into the office of the Prime Minister under his leadership, changed the man in charge and brought in somebody else from the JDS. And we all wondered why. And now we see this.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
It's time now for a break, but stay with us. More when we come back.
Today, we use our feet to walk, run, and take us places. But your feet can do something even more amazing. Join Guardian Group's Shine 5K Night Run Walk and make a stride to support KPH, the Falmouth Hospital, and Project Star. Saturday, May 23 in Kingston and Saturday, May 30 in Montego Bay. Register at run2shineja.com or runningeventsja.com and see you at Guardian Group's Shine 5K Night Run Walk.
Already have a T-tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through. Here's a pro tip. If you keep forgetting to add funds to your T-tag, you can use the auto top-up feature in the My T-tag app. You can set it to automatically top up your T-tag at a specific time each day, week, or month. Or you can set it to automatically top up your T-tag when your account balance goes below any value you choose. Top up your T-tag and continue to go through quicker and cheaper on Transjam highways.
Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Limehall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stet's Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stet's Elite FA take on Limehall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is win or go home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
I'm me and the stylist, no scam and no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. No charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Every dream conquered is another dream game. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm closer, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people that I say we are mash up the night.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome back to news now overseas. The World Health Organization WHO has declared an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo as a public health emergency of international concern. Now, despite approximately 246 cases and 80 reported deaths, it's still yet to meet the criteria for a pandemic emergency. The BBC has more.
In Bunia, they are all too familiar with what this means. The re-emergence of Ebola, the deadly virus that has struck the eastern DRC before. It's said to be spreading and has already killed more than 80 people. Local hospitals have been doing what they can, but they are not equipped to deal with a major outbreak. The news that a case has been reported in Goma, the biggest city in the region, is of particular concern. Containing the virus before it spreads is vital.
I'm afraid, like any human being, because we have children at school and they still come into contact with a lot of people. We don't really know who they might be around or play with. Once they come home, they can infect the whole family.
This was the same region that was hit by the DRC's deadliest ever Ebola outbreak between 2018 and 2020. That killed around 2,500 people. Specialist treatment centres were set up, with patients kept behind plastic sheets. The strain of Ebola behind this new outbreak does not have a vaccine. The World Health Organization says the DRC is facing a health emergency of international concern.
Now, with Uber, InDrive and other ride-hailing apps continuing to expand across Jamaica, questions are again being raised about safety, regulation and oversight of the sector. Now, earlier this month, the Transport Minister Darrell Vaz announced that Cabinet has approved the development of a ride-hailing policy that will establish the foundation for a comprehensive regulatory framework that he says is necessary to guide the operations of ride-hailing in Jamaica. But opposition spokesman on transport, Michael Phillips, says the government is moving too slowly, arguing that commuters have been left without adequate protection as the industry continues to grow. Sharing similar sentiments is road safety expert Kenute Hare, who now joins us by phone. Good afternoon, Mr. Hare.
Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your listeners.
We don't unfortunately have much time for this discussion, but briefly, we see where many Jamaicans use ride-hailing apps because they say that these are safer options, they're more reliable options than, public transport options. What key safety gaps have you noticed that still exist for ride-hailing platforms?
I think the government is going in the right direction, especially as it relates to trying to develop a policy surrounding this matter. That is very well needed. Critical to this is like every other means of transportation, whether it is public or private. The need for persons who are operating these vehicles to operate them in accordance with proper safety principles. The usage of seat belts, the proper driving on the road network, the hot foot driving. I hope that is not something that the persons who are involved in this mode of transportation are involved in. I don't know what the data is saying pertaining to that. What are their involvement in traffic crashes? I would also say that these vehicles that are involved in these activities, the crashes that they are involved need to be properly investigated. These vehicles are equipped with black boxes, and black boxes tell you exactly what is going on inside of the motor vehicle. Every vehicle equipped with an airbag have a black box inside of it, and it is to be rigorously analyzed to see exactly what is happening so that justice is served. If these vehicles are having traffic collisions, it's very important that the persons who are involved in the crashes seek not only medical attention, but they should also try their best to get in touch with a personal injury lawyer to ensure that they can get the requisite compensation and medical care that they would need. A traffic crash with somebody involved, an intersection traffic crash, whereby the change in delta V, change in velocity is 30 kilometers per hour, is